You know, getting data from the internet, it can be incredibly powerful, but man, can it be frustrating. So today, we're going to cut right through all that complexity. We are breaking down the absolute simplest, no-code way to automate web scraping for just about anything you can imagine.
And when I say simple, I really mean it. Stick with me, and by the end of this, you'll get this powerful two-step method that can unlock a world of data, all without writing a single line of code. All right, let's dive in.
Okay, so first things first. Let's set the stage and talk about the core problem. Why is getting data from the web so often such a massive headache?
I mean, you've been there, right? You see all this valuable information online. Sales leads, research data, customer comments, prices, and you just think, I have got to get that into a spreadsheet. But how?
For the longest time, you were basically stuck with two really frustrating options. On one hand, you could do it manually. The old copy-paste, copy-paste. It is painfully slow, super tedious, and it's so easy to make a mistake. On the other hand, you could try to code your own scrapers. But that is a whole other world of complexity, it takes forever, and scrapers are famously brittle. They break the second a website updates its layout.
So if the old ways are just broken, what's the alternative? Well, it's time to meet a completely new kind of scraping assistant.
And here it is. This is Apify. Think of it like a gigantic online store, but instead of selling stuff, it's a marketplace with over 4,500 pre-built tools. They're called actors. And each actor is basically a ready-to-go robot designed for a very specific web scraping job.
Honestly, the absolute best way to picture what an actor is to think of it just like a virtual assistant. You don't need to know how it does its job. You just hire it for a task and you tell it what you want. It's that simple. So what can you do with these assistants? Oh, pretty much anything you can think of. You can tell one, hey, go find me all the dentists in New York from Google Maps, or another to scrape every TikTok video with a certain hashtag. You can pull job postings from LinkedIn, comments from Instagram, posts from Facebook. I mean, the possibilities are just huge.
All right, so you found your virtual assistant. How do you actually put it to work? This brings us to the real heart of this whole thing, the two-step automation method.
And you're not going to believe how simple this is. It's literally just 2 steps. Step 1, you make a request to start the actor. Basically, you tell it to get to work. And then, step 2, once it's all done, you make a totally separate request to go and pick up the results.
Let's use an analogy that'll make this crystal clear. Step 1 is exactly like ordering a pizza. You call up the restaurant, that's the actor, and you give it your order. I want a list of 50 plumbers in New York. That's it. You've sent your instructions. And step 2? Well, that's just the delivery driver showing up at your door. The peach has been made, and now you're just collecting the finished product. You make a separate call to the system and say, okay, the work is done, now give me the data.
Now pay attention here, because this separation, this idea of 2 separate steps, is the absolute key to making this whole thing work reliably every single time. Let's break down why that is. So, I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute, why 2 steps? Why not just 1? It seems way more efficient to just make 1 call that starts the scraper and brings back the data all at once, right?
Well, here's the thing. That one-step approach is called a synchronous run, and it's where everything usually goes wrong. See, scraping actually takes time. The actor has to go out, visit web pages, find the data, put it all together, and the one-step method just doesn't account for that.
This is what you get 9 times out of 10 when you try that one-step method. A big fat 0. Nothing. Why? Because the system gets impatient. It times out and gives you an empty result before the scraper even had a chance to finish its job.
So the fix is, believe it or not, incredibly simple and kind of elegant. We just add a wait step. It's nothing more than a designated pause we put between our 2 main steps, and it gives the actor the time it actually needs to go out and do the work.
So here's what that reliable workflow actually looks like in practice. You start the actor, then you just wait for, say, 22 seconds if you want 50 leads. After that little pause, you make your second call to go get the results. That simple little addition is what makes the whole thing work, every single time.
And look, just by being a little patient and using this method, you go from banging your head against the wall to unlocking a pretty much limitless supply of data.
And this is the good part. This is the payoff. What you get back is clean, structured data. Business names, addresses, phone numbers, websites, whatever that actor was built to find, all neatly organized and ready for you to use.
And the best part? This whole thing is completely scalable. Do you need 50 leads? Awesome. What about 200 or 2,000? You just change one little number in your first request, adjust your wait time,
and let your virtual assistant do all the heavy lifting. You are in total control.
So there you have it. That's the secret sauce. Start the job, give it a moment to work, and then go pick up your data. It is a simple, reliable, and incredibly powerful way to automate data gathering from anywhere on the web. So the only real question left is, what data are you going to unlock first?